Hey, what's going on, guys? We're going to be doing a quick desktop recording of this PC that I have for sale. We're going to go through and look at the hardware that we have validated on the Windows side, as well as some third-party apps to make sure all the hardware is correct. And then we're going to look at some of the software that I have on this PC so that you know what you're getting and what bases are already covered. We got everything covered here. We got content creation, video, audio, Photoshop, broadcasting, games, you name it. We got it. We got it set up. I'm going to show you. Let's go ahead and start off with the system specs, and we'll take a look at the device manager as well. All right, system specs here. Intel Core i7-2600S CPU clocked at 2.8 gigahertz at its base, and it boosts up to 3.8 gigahertz. Not bad for 4 cores, 8 threads. Installed RAM here, 8 gigs of DDR3. This is the Kingston Hyper Fury X. So I think I have it clocked at 1600 megahertz, and there's a little bit of headroom there. You can get it up to 1866, no problem. For our edition of Windows, we have Windows 10 Pro, along with the version being 1803. So that's the newest, latest, and greatest Fall Creators Update there. Don't have to worry about any vulnerabilities like the Spectre or Meltdown vulnerabilities that we had with previous versions of Windows. That version kind of nicked all that. But look here, we got our hard drives. We got the 128 gigabyte SSD. This one, Windows 10 Pro, is installed, and we also have the 1 terabyte Western Digital storage drive. It's a regular old HDD, 7200 RPM, so plenty of performance. For our graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1063 gig. We've got a DVD drive in here. You probably won't ever use it, but if you need it, there it is. And the processor, Intel Core i7-2600 again, as we can see, base clock 2.8 gigahertz, turbos up to 3.8, and we got 8 of them suckers. That's 4 cores and 8 threads, so 4 physical cores and 8 logical cores. Let's go ahead and validate this hardware on the third-party side. So we'll open up CPU-Z, GPU-Z, and we'll open up our hardware monitor here and take a look at all this stuff. All right, CPU-Z, we can see it's the, again, Intel Core i7-2600, 32 nanometer process, got about a 1.0 voltage on it, max TDP of 65 watts, base clock and multiplier here. So all your typical things, nothing out of line here. We've got 8 megs of L3 cache. The motherboard is a Gigabyte Z77D3H, and again the memory DDR3 8 gigs. We got it running in dual channel, and the frequency is 800. So you times that by 2, we got 1600 speed on the memory there. Again, the graphics is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, and if you saw the pics and you saw the graphics card slotted in there, and you thought that's not a GeForce GTX 1060, it actually is. I pulled it out of a HP Omen, one of the little gaming pre-builts. I had a couple clients that didn't need the gaming side of it, so we pulled those out of there, got an even better deal for them, and I'm going to go ahead and use these cards. They're good solid cards. No reason not to use them. So GeForce GTX 1063 gig, the board manufacturer is Hewlett Packard, and all your typical things you're going to see for the 1063 gig. And we'll go ahead and look at this again with GPU-Z, 1063 gig, 16 nanometer process, GPU base clock 1506 megahertz, and 2000 megahertz memory clock. And the GPU will actually boost up to 1709. So that's nice. Open hardware monitor. This is a good little utility to keep an eye on everything that's happening in your PC. We can look at temperatures, fan RPMs, CPU core clock speeds, the core temperatures and CPU package temperatures here. We can see our memory here. We got a total of 8 gigs total here. The GeForce GTX 1063 gig again, just validating everything. Running nice and cool at 26C. We can go in and control the GPU fan if we'd like manually here. Let's take a look here. We also got the hard drive. So we got the SSD 128 gig and the 1 terabyte Western Digital right there too. So you can see, keep an eye on all your statistics here. We got minimum or current and maximum values too. So if you're running a benchmark or something, you want to see how high the clocks can get, or how high your temperatures get when running a game or anything like that, or running some video, you can do that with this little utility right here. It's good to have. All right, moving right along, we got Qubit Torrent. So you like to download torrents, you need a torrent client, bam, gotcha, covered right there, bam. Soft Ether VPN client manager. We can use this open source public VPN relay servers, and we can VPN into all these different regions, and we can do it for free. So if you need a different IP address to view a different website you can't view in your country or region or something like that, we can do that. We can VPN in here and access all corners of the web. Get around any kind of IP blocks if they're blocking you from doing some torrents, like this guy right here. Let's just VPN somewhere else and watch them try to block us then. Let's see, we got the web browsers here. My two favorites, Chrome and Firefox. We got the extensions going on here. Not a lot to talk about with the browsers, but we do have the uBlock Origin extensions that are blocking all the ads. So if you want to watch a video, just watch the video. You don't got time for ads. We'll go ahead and block all those. So YouTube ad free. Why would you pay for YouTube Red when you can just literally get it ad free anyways? So that's nice. We got that on Chrome as well. We also got video downloaders. Google owns YouTube, so you're not going to find an extension to download YouTube videos on Chrome, or you might find it, but it's not going to last long. But with Firefox, we got extensions. We can download this video right now from YouTube. We can rip it straight from YouTube. So if you want to get some music on the cheap, that's a good way to do it. Pretty simple way to do it, I would say. And then if you want to pull some videos off of a website, maybe your favorite website where you watch your TV shows or something like that, you just want to go ahead and store those locally, we can use this plugin right here on Chrome to get all your media. We got VLC Media Player. I use this as the default media player for this system. Pretty much all my systems. It's easily the best media player that there is. We can get all the different file formats, can play through this, and we can also do convert one file format to another file format. Say if you're having some kind of issue with some playback on another media player, like say Windows Media Player for some reason, you need it in a certain file format, VLC Media Player got you covered. We can do some conversion there. Audacity, this is a nice little utility to cut and edit audio. You're not going to be the next Dr. Dre with this, but if you like to, cut up some vocals, or maybe little voiceovers or something like that, something quick and simple, you can get that done in Audacity. Paint.net. This is an open source, or not open source, but free to use Photoshop. So pretty much any kind of effect that you can get in some of the more fancier Photoshops, you can get in Paint.net. I use this to touch up all my photos, make my thumbnails for YouTube. It's a great little Photoshop. Highly recommend it. Free to use. Next we have DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is an open public beta for video editing. It's put out by Blackmagic Design. Blackmagic, they make a lot of hardware, a lot of professional grade hardware, and they got the software to go along with it. Once we get this loaded in, I'll show you what I'm talking about, but very professional, looks good. You can do all kinds of editing. We can get our plugins plugged in there. And if we open it up, it's got kind of like a, it's got that professional look to it. You can just tell by looking at it. If you're already into media or content creation, you'll be right at home with this program. Or side load your own program in here. But if you're wanting to get into it, we can. There's tons of tutorials on DaVinci Resolve, and you can get yourself educated on how to cut and edit video with this program. And if you got buddies that use Final Cut Pro or Premiere, you can export out the same way as them. And if you guys are working on a project together, you'll be able to sync it all up nice and easy. So it's a good little utility to have on hand. I do all my video editing on DaVinci Resolve. That's easily my favorite to work with. Now, go on to OBS. You may or may not be familiar with OBS. We got it downloaded on here. This is OBS stands for Open Broadcasting Software. So if you want to stream up to Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, or Mixer, or wherever else, we can use OBS to do that. You can set up webcams and display captures. I'm actually using OBS currently to record this video. It's a great program. A lot of people use it that are up on Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that. Highly recommended here. Then we got Steam. Everybody knows Steam. Maybe if you're not into computer gaming at all, or are looking to get into computer gaming, Steam is where you start. It's a good place to start. Huge marketplace for games, all in one spot. It's a good utility to have. All your friends will probably be on there too already. We got Discord, same thing. It's like Skype meets social media. You got tons of different Discord servers that you can add, that you can create yourself or join, and get in on the conversation on whatever the topic may be. There's Discord servers for this, there's Discord servers for that. Make your own Discord server for all your family. Discords for iOS, Android, PlayStation, Xbox. It's everywhere. Everybody's got Discord, so it's a good little app to have. And free calls, as long as you got internet connection. Sign me up. All right, next thing here, and this is going to be the bulk of the video. This is Launchbox. Launchbox is a front end for your emulators and ROMs. And on here, I have about 170, or actually 174 total games here, if you can see down here. And it's a nice little graphical interface here. You see, we got Nintendo games, 64 games, DS, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, Wii, Genesis, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Super Nintendo. So basically, all you gotta do is just click on one of these games and it will launch right up. Thus the name Launchbox. The way I have it set up is you can see the front and backs of the game boxes, as well as just clicking in and starting to play. Let's go ahead and open up one of the greatest games of all time. Oh, and by the way, I have this all of these emulators are set up to play through an Xbox 360 controller. So all you do is plug in the included Xbox 360 controller. If you buy this PC, I will include this exact controller right here. And as you can see, we can use this to play. Turn this down just a hair. Alright, look at that. Looks even better than I remember. Alright. There's a little N64 game. We got the Nintendo DS as well. So you know, play your Nintendo DS games. You can download the ROMs and load them into Launchbox and run it, you know, all yourself. Any game you want, or the games that I already have on here, if that's good enough for you. More than enough games to last you the rest of your lifetime. Okay, this is the beginning of these games. There's lots and lots of dialogue, so we'll skip all that. But yeah, GameCube, DS. Let's see, we got some Game Boy Advance here. Nintendo. I remember playing this game. I never finished it, but I remember playing it when I was a kid. With little coffee beans and all that good stuff. I finished this game more than once. There's going to be a lot of nostalgia right here for a lot of people. Okay. GameCube. Let's play some Mario Kart. And like I said, I got all these games to run on a Xbox 360 controller. They're all set up. All the controls are pretty intuitive, but if you want it a certain way, it's pretty simple to customize the controls to whatever you like. And you can even play multiplayer if you plug in extra controllers and set them up. Get that speed boost, baby. I forgot to switch. How did I miss that? Oh, come on. Alright. You win. Mario Kart. We got Wind Waker on here too. Easily one of my favorite GameCube games. Actually, there's tons of really good GameCube games. You know what? I don't have a game already saved on here. There's tons of dialogue when you start this game. So we're just going to skip it for now. But as you see, lots and lots of games here for the GameCube. We got the Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii, requires the Wiimotes. We're constricted to this Xbox 360 controller here. There is a way to set it up, but I went ahead and just put the games that you can play without the Wiimotes, like Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. So we're just, with these games, you just emulate the regular GameCube controller that you can plug into the Wii's. We load this up. I'll show you. The Wii runs just as well as any of the other emulators. wrong button.
Classic mode. Link versus Link. Ready, go! Versus Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong.
So as you see, the Wii runs perfectly fine. We also got the Sega Genesis. We can run some good old Sonic here if you wanted. We got the Sony PlayStation. You know, all these classic games here, like Crash Bandicoot. And you got to remember, this is emulating an actual disc in the drive, so it does take a second there to load up, no matter how fast your computer is. Crash Bandicoot, that's a good old classic there. We got Devil May Cry, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, God of War 2, Half-Life, Eco, GTA San Andreas, Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Onimusha Okami, Shadow Colossus. Now that I'm reading all these games, like PlayStation 2 had a lot of really good games. We even got Chess Master here. I don't know why I downloaded that. I guess I was going through like a chess phase or something. But yeah, there are tons of games here. Same with the Super Nintendo. You know, all you gotta do is just click on it, and we're gonna be up and running in there without a problem. So yeah, we don't got any save data. That's fine. Let me turn this down here. Or a lot, actually. I don't know why it's so loud. Alright. So we're into a game here. Oh, this is the tutorial. I should turn the tutorial off. This game was super creepy when I was a kid. Magic Redstones. Oh my gosh, I should turn the tutorial off. Come here, buddy. Alright. that's the PlayStation 2. Devil May Cry 2 is probably one of the harder games to emulate for the PlayStation 2. So it just goes to show you how well it's going to run. Hit Nintendo here. Pop open the game real quick for you. Oops. The game automatically pauses when you click out of the window. So, good old Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong's Quest. This is one of my favorite Donkey Kong games. I remember playing growing up. Tons of Nintendo games here too. Super Nintendo, actually. But yeah, that's it for Launchbox. I have a sweet little app that I sideload with Launchbox. It's called I'll open it up here. It's called Anti Micro, and what this does is it takes our Xbox controller, and when that's running, we can use it to control the mouse. So as you can see, I got here in my hands the Xbox controller. My hand's not on the mouse, but I'm able to move the mouse around and click into things without ever having to drop the controller. So I can open this up, play it. I'm done with it. Close it. Over here, let's open up a different game. Open this up. Play it till my heart's content. Close it. I never have to touch the mouse. I can run Launchbox all without having to touch a mouse or keyboard. So this little setup, like when you have it set up like this, it's super awesome for like a living room setup, like an HTTP setup. Especially if you go ahead and get the wireless controller, you control the PC like a console. You know what I mean? We can open up our game, close it, open up a different game, close it. Hey, let me go check my whatever on Chrome while I'm in the middle of game. Close it. Never have to use a mouse or keyboard. You might have to. You might need to type stuff in. If you get the little keyboard attachment for the controller, then you can have the keyboard right there too. Then that's the ultimate setup right there. So if HTBC, if that's your thing, this is the perfect setup for it. And actually, if I go into the file browser, I can show you something here. If we go into our hard drive here, this is my Launchbox build. Literally drag and drop this into another computer and label that whatever drive that you drop this into, the D drive, and this will run. This will run exactly the same. I got everything all in this folder. All the emulators are in this folder. All the documents for the emulators are in this folder. The anti-micro little utility I was using for the controllers in here. Launchbox itself with all the images and all the games and everything, all in this folder. So not only are you getting a really banging PC, you're getting a build of Launchbox that's ready to go. It's ready to be dropped into any PC. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the demonstration of this PC. I know I've been going on now for almost 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message or email through Craigslist, offer, Facebook, Let Go, wherever you see this for sale. Get at me on there. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. If you want to come check it out in person, you feel free to. Go ahead and shoot me an offer. I'm interested in looking for all kinds of different things like a PS4 or Xbox One X, camera equipment, computer equipment, anything you got. Let me know what you got. Maybe we can make a deal. I like the new cell phones, like the iPhone X, iPhone 8 Plus, the Samsung S9 Plus, Google Pixel XL2, the Google Pixel 2, all those phones. If you have anything like that, you want to trade it towards this PC, or make a deal. Some of those phones are actually worth more than this PC. So let me know what you got. We can make a deal. I got tons of other PC builds coming, so be on the lookout for that. If you're looking to get into gaming, you came to the right guy. I build PCs for gaming and content creation. I give you the best bang for your buck. I'm pretty easy to deal with, and if you have any issues or questions, I'm more than happy to do a one-on-one, show you how OBS works, help you get your Twitch stream, help you get your channel going, all that kind of stuff. That's what I do. That's what I like. That's what a lot of my hobby is building PCs and getting people into the PC world. So thanks for checking it out, guys. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like I said, if you like it, what you see, let me know. We'll get you into this PC. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.